Good wishes of the day. Well, I'm Dr.Sas.Biswas, teacher of Forestry in Dolphin PG Institute, Dehradun, Uttarakhand, India. Uh, Today, I'd just like to tell you that while we do carry on different aspects of extension education, um, one aspect that we do often see that whatever being taught in the class that should go to the field, and the people, farmers, and the community should be taught, made into a gathering, hold a participatory way of meeting. But how this happens when we do talk about the village ecosystem, but when it comes to the urban ecosystem, and here is the emerging trend that you will see. Well, I'm in Bengaluru in Karnataka, India, where I do find in the campus, the premises, places, farms. Now the emerging trend shows that the medicinal plants about which we do know in books, pharmacopoeia, and the books of herbal and all are now being introduced in the microhabitat of urban ecosystem. Be it the, what we call it lemongrass, or this plant about which I shall be in slightly in greater details. This is called Gotu Kola, or what we call in Hindi as Brahmi, or Than Kuni in Bengali, and in Malaysian as Pangaga. And this is the plant which is which provides the elixir of life in the form of medicines and the treatment against several ailments, even for longevity, you can say anti-aging too. And if you see the closer, I'll come to the medicinal part later. Let us see how it looks closely. You can see the leaf, which is here, like an umbrella, little umbrella, and it is a pellet. Now, the petiole is just in the center. It makes a kind of a little micro umbrella, you can say. And look at it. And then it has got the flowers. And as you can see here, the flowers are all arising from one point. So this is called umbrella type or umbel type of inflorescence, typical of dhania family or coriander family, or you can say family Apiaceae. And this is how the flowers appear. It has reached to this level. But I do find they were grown in a very little one to decorate it, but it is now going with its suckers, or you can say the stem that produces the roots, and it moves on, moving from one end to the another, lawn and all. Well, the leaf has got culinary uses also, where this can be used as salad and cut into small pieces, put with coriander, onion, and chopped up, and then it can be, let me see how it tastes like. And I'll just take a little, making the sound. Slight aroma is there. Then the pungent one. It looks nice, and with salad definitely going to do a wonder. And it is believed that the plant has got his great property, I'll say elixir of life. There's a mention of Professor Li Chung from China, who lived 256 years of age. by consuming the leaf of Centella asiatica, this plant, one I call Brahmi, and lived with along with the ginseng. He lived with 256 years. Maybe our rishis in India too also lived that much age or little less than that, but they also lived on such plants that I call seed of life. Now let me go further how it behaves. Look at this, wherever there is a loose soil and it grows along and it moves by its suckers that you can see here. You can just see here. This is the roots here, and then the fresh leaf, and like this, it is entering into it. But when it grows in the sun, it is never so tall. Not so long petiole, but it makes a good other quantum that one can use daily. You can say salad, but it is said that it should not be taken continuously for several weeks. There should be a kind of gap, otherwise it may not be good for the health. But the most interesting thing that I do learn about it, that it is used against or useful against memory loss, clear the mental clarity. You can see that this is an taking capacity of man, and it is good in Alzheimer and in Parkinson also. But about Parkinson I don't know much, but there's a mention. But in Alzheimer, that means once any plant which is considered to be good for memory loss, it has got to do with the nervous system, be it Alzheimer or you can say the Parkinson. Besides the spinal injury or spinal dislocation and all, there also. And I find mention that in diabetes 1 and 2, this makes an excellent medicine. And interesting thing, this has been also named as tiger grass. So what it about tiger grass? I find a mention that tigers in nature, in forests and other places, where they get the injury on the spine or the bruises on the skin and all, they rolled on these plants, and it gradually cures the injuries. So you can understand that in skin diseases, and it is good for leprosy also. And there another disease called psoriasis, and this is very much important. And what I find, the latest one, maybe the people of urban ecosystem, they may like to go, that is what using it as anti-aging cream, and the leaf probably can be used for as a paste on the skin. So it becomes the anti-aging particular kind of those. Besides that, it has got the use in the digestive, improving and digestive system, and this is what is very much important. And look how this is so long, trying to go down to have this. So from this, the roots appear and it becomes a stolon, typical of the modification of this. And yet another use I find that is used in case of the varicose veins. So it improves the blood circulation. But what I find in the lawn of urban setup, these are sometimes becomes a kind of the weed. So you can introduce in the places like those premises, but it becomes uncontrollable and takes over the other. I'll take you to the another place. So what I find in many of the urban space that you see in many of the apartments in cities like Bengaluru, Chennai, Mumbai, and the space lies all vacant. And you just see here, so this is here. Look how this. So the space. And now I show you avocado plant that we planted here. I raised it from the seed, and on 25th December, commemorating birthday of the Lord, and you look at the plant has grown this much big, and this is considered as fruit is a immunity booster super fruit, which we call is butter fruit, and say in another 2 or 3 years it will start giving on the fruit. I have in the same house here in the plastic palm, which I am trying to make a kind of bonsai. And let me take you to the spot. First, just see here, this is space, this is kind of the space that can be used here. And then look how this, the flowers of these are used for the, you can say, ornaments, wherein ladies in South India, they tie these flowers and then make into the kind of the hair lock. And this is called Cassandra, and which gives a pretty flower. They last also, and they have very slight aroma. So I find this is also the good thing that can be done here. Whenever there is a little space and the flowers are being grown here, it becomes a kind of a little